What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So as we all know, the NBA preseason has officially started. The regular season is right around the corner, and we're a little bit into NBA 2K25, and I just realized I've yet to rebuild my favorite team in the modern era. Pretty crazy. So today, that's what I'm here to do. Exactly what I'm here to do. We're going to come in on 2K25 as always, and let's rebuild my favorite team in the modern era in 2K25. Of course, that is the Portland Trailblazers. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. But let's talk about the Blazers. So, DeAndre, Jeremy Grant, Anthony Simons, a new addition, and Denny Avdia. You got Robert Williams, who can never seem to stay healthy, just got hurt recently as well. Starting to think that same thing for Shaedon Sharpe. Really unfortunate. Really want to see this guy be fully healthy, but he has gotten some torn labrums and stuff like that. It's been really disappointing. And then, of course, the other new addition is Donovan Clingan. Those are like the only two new things that the Blazers did this offseason. Everybody else is, I guess they got Devontae Graham as well. Forgot to mention that. But let's go ahead and look at the rotation for year number one. So right now, it's Scoot, Shaedon Sharpe, Denny Avdia. Rob Williams, the power forward, makes literally no sense. That's not going to happen. So I'm assuming Jeremy Grant's listed at small forward. Is that why that's happening right now? So Jeremy Grant is listed at small forward, in fact. So yeah, Jeremy Grant. I mean, you could play Denny Avdia there as well, but he will go down in overall. So we'll move Jeremy Grant to power forward. I think Jeremy Grant is someone that, the Blazers would eventually like to move, but they're asking for quite a bit to move him, which makes sense. I don't mind that. But Scoot, Sharpe, Denny Avdia, Grant. And then they're wanting to start Robert Williams, interestingly enough, but it, of course, will be DeAndre Ayton. You have Robert Williams. You have Anthony Simons off the bench, which just feels a little dirty. So I assume Anthony would start, and then Shaedon Sharpe probably the guy that comes off the bench. So it'll be something like this, of course. And then you'll have Shaedon Sharpe off the bench. Rob Williams is never going to get this many minutes. And then you'll have Delano Banton and Duop Reith. Yeah, there's definitely some things got to fix in this damn rotation, because you have like Kamara not getting any minutes, which just feels dirty. Give me a second, man. There's so much wrong with this rotation right now. It's not even funny, dude. Like, there's so much wrong with this right now. So now that I finally have the rotation fixed to my liking and what I think it'll kind of look like in real life, you have Scoot Henderson, Anthony Simons, Denny Avdia, Jeremy Grant, and DeAndre Ayton as your starting five. That is 100% what the starting five will look like on day one. We'll have Shaedon Sharpe off the bench. I don't think he'll be fully healthy to start the season, unfortunately, but I'm going to play him anyway. I do believe Clingan's going to be in the rotation, so we're going to play him about 20 minutes. Tamani Kamara is going to be in the rotation. Rob Williams is going to play a little bit as well. I don't know if he'll be ready for the start of the season either. And then the 10th spot could be debatable. You could say that maybe Thibault gets it. You could give it to Duop Reith. You could give it to Chris Murray, Delano Banton. A lot of different options. There is going to be some trades made at the deadline for sure. Like, I do want to move Jeremy Grant as soon as possible. Maybe we even move Robert Williams as well, because we have our backup five and Donovan Clingan going forward. So what we'll do is, of course, as always, let's simulate to the trade deadline, because there is some moves to be made once we arrive there. So let's see how things go, and hopefully we end up being a pretty bad team. That way we're in the lottery again, because clearly this team still needs a lot more help. We are not even close to being a contender. Today's video is brought to you by two softwares designed to help you beat the sports books and become a much profitable sports bettor, starting on Daily Grind Fantasy's Optimizer. So if you play on apps such as Prize Picks, Underdog, or any of these popular DFS apps, having a tool like this is insanely clutch to have. So of course I'm recording this late at night on Monday night, and there's not a lot of value on the board at the moment, but you do have WNBA, and you got a Dwayne Bonner stat, or you got some value on Dwayne Bonner. I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely hate betting on the WNBA. I don't know why, but when I do, it never goes my way. So I just stay away from WNBA, but there's clearly some value here. If you're not emotional like me when it comes to women, you could go ahead and bet on Dwayne Bonner over 21.5 points plus rebounds, minus 128, minus 135. There's clear value here. Once again, emotionally, I just hate betting on women for some reason. They just don't know how to act when I bet on them. I don't know what I'm saying, but you get the point. And then I also love Gem's positive EV tool. They give you good value here on traditional sportsbooks such as FanDuel, DraftKings, Fliff. So we got a lot of hockey value, because of course hockey is actually starting tomorrow as I'm recording this. But there's some clear value on the Florida Panthers under 2.5, the team that just won the Stanley Cup last year. But they will be playing the Boston Bruins. As you can see, if you wanted to take the under at 2.5, your best price would be over on Fliff at plus 150. And you get clear value here, because obviously the only other book, I mean, it wouldn't make sense to bet this on DraftKings at plus 125. Getting clear value here at plus 150. And last but certainly not least, make sure to check out Prize Picks as always. All links are down in the description below. Use code Crushables for percentages off your first month on the two softwares. And on Prize Picks, they match first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. On that, let's get back to the video. So we have stopped the trade deadline as promised, and I'm simply just trying to trade Robert Williams here. This man is not going to be worth a ton. He can't stay healthy, so some team is obviously going to take a gamble here. When we first got him, I thought maybe we could flip him for a first or two. Clearly, that's just not going to happen anymore. He cannot stay healthy. He got hurt very early last year. He got hurt in training camp once again. It's just not there. So I think the most you'd get from him is like a second or two. So if I can get 2 seconds off the Rockets, I would do it. We also get Steven Adams as well. They want a second return. Sure, why not? I just want to, at this point, get rid of Robert Williams and he goes elsewhere. Steven Adams will not be in the rotation at all. You know, you could argue that maybe we shouldn't have got him in the trade. Maybe it should have been something else. Now, I did throw Jeremy Grant in the trade finder, and I just simply didn't see anything that I liked. So what I'll do is just go to the most rumored team, and clearly that is the Los Angeles Lakers right now. So we're going to see if we could build something out with the Lakers at this point and see if we can make something happen with them. So they do have some expiring salaries, such as like Rui Hachimura. So if it's Rui and Gabe Vincent for Jeremy Grant, and then we get one of their first round picks. I know the Blazers have been asking for 2, but I'd be fine with walking away for 1 for now. Just trying to get rid of Jeremy Grant at this point. So Rui, Gabe Vincent, and a first. And, you know, like I said, if I can get another first, that'd be great. Maybe it's a swap. I'll ask for 2, or I'll ask for 2, because that's what the Blazers have been asking for. The Lakers, of course, have not gone up or have decided not to, you know, accept that price tag. So we're going to offer this anyway. They say no to that. So let's just say we remove one of the first and just, or yeah, remove 1, get 1 first. They still say no, which I'm quite surprised by because I didn't think that'd be too much of. So let's say we offer one of the seconds we got from the Rob Williams trade. They still just say, okay, this is too much at the power forward spot, I guess. All right, what if I move Jeremy Grant to small forward? Does that change the narrative there? So he'll go up and move to small forward, so that might change things. We'll try that trade once again with him at small forward instead. We'll see if that literally changes anything. I don't know if it will, but we'll find out if it does. So let's go to the Lakers once again. Let's try for the 2 first. Let's go for the, home run hitter. So Rui, Gabe Vincent as the expiring salaries, and there's Gabe Vincent. I guess technically they're not expiring. What am I talking about? But for the salary filler, not expiring. But I'll throw Devontae Graham in here once again. I'll ask for the 2 first. Not, I'll try for 1. Let's see what they say. We don't want to take on the extra salary, so now it's a salary problem. Okay, what about just 1 first? They still say no. They don't want a salary, man. Which you're the freaking Lakers, bro. At this point, you're trying to, compete with LeBron James. Oh, screw it. I offered 3 seconds to make it happen. I don't care. We get the first round pick in 2026. Seconds to me mean absolutely nothing in 2K. I usually don't get anybody good anyway. So we got Rui Hachimura. So Rui and Deni Avdija are reunited. So that's kind of cool. So we'll probably move Deni Avdija to the 4 because I think he, is really good there. Anyway, Rui will continue to play small forward. And then we freed up some minutes at the back of 5. Of course, they're going to put Steven Adams in rotation, but I'll fix our rotation. At this point, we're bad. We're a bad team, which is exactly what I wanted. So, they want to start Aiden and Adams, which makes no sense. We will not be doing that. And then Anthony's coming off the bench now. Let me fix this. It doesn't really matter what it looks like for the rest of the season. Just know that Adams probably won't be in the rotation, and you'll have Gabe Vent. Yeah, this is ugly. So, yeah, I'm going to fix this. And I'll submit the rest of the season, and we'll see how things finish out. So as kind of expected, at the end of year number 1, we were insanely bad, just astronomically bad, which, again, I wanted to be bad because we want to be a lottery team, and we want the chance at capturing the flag, as they say. So 23 points from Anthony Simon, 18 from Scoot, 14 from Shaden Sharp, 13.5 from Aiden, 13 from Deni Avdija, 12 from Rui Hachimura, 8.5 from Donald Banton, and then 6 and 5 from Adams. But let's go ahead some of these playoffs, and let's find out who goes on to win the championship. You got Milwaukee getting bounced in round 1, and you're going to have the Pacers and the Wolves, and it will be the Timberwolves going on to win it all. But moment of truth, of course, as always, when we do these bad teams that are lottery teams, this is where it always starts, man. How lucky do we get in the lottery? And as a Blazers fan, the lottery has been our best friend the last few years. We've just been a bad team and can't make the playoffs or anything. We traded Dame, which was saddening, and we would still be in there even when we had Dame. But we're projected the 2nd overall pick. So let's see if we can come out here and get lucky, stay in the top 3, or get number 1. We get number 2. Okay, not the worst thing in the world. So we're either going to walk with Ace Bailey or Cooper Flagg. I can't be mad at that. I cannot be mad at that. I'm very happy with that. I'll settle on that. No problem at all. We didn't drop to 5 like I usually do. So I'll absolutely take that and not be mad with that at all. Chauncey Billups, you can go as soon as possible. Bye-bye. Now we can go get somebody else. So we got Charles Lee, who was just on the Hornets. Got Jordy Fernandez, who was just on the Nets. You have JB Bickerstaff. You have Brian Keefe. You got I mean, so out of all the real options that I just saw, you got Skeeter and Sean Sheldon. But I will start, and I guess I could get Charles Lee, who has the most badges here. And he didn't really get much of a chance in Charlotte, it looks like. So, and he's the best coach I think we could get right now. So Charles Lee, welcome to the Blazers. And now we get to pick a number 2 overall. Don't think there's anybody else I want to trade away. We definitely still have a ton of work to do. But like I said, starting in this draft, we get to walk with Cooper Flagg or Ace Bailey. Let's see what happens. So no. All right, well, you let me have him, and I will absolutely take him. Welcome to the Blazers, Cooper Flagg. I know Ace Bailey is good in his own right as well, but we will absolutely take Cooper Flagg and capture the flag like I wanted. So, boom, welcome to Portland. The Wizards take the guard, which to me doesn't make a ton of sense, but, you know, Cooper Flagg, Ace Bailey, couldn't have gone wrong with either, and we'll definitely take one of them home and be very happy about that. So, Thibault accepts his player option, as he should. Don't think he would have gotten that from anybody else. Scoot and Sharp will accept, and then Chris Murray will accept it as well. Jabari Walker and Bryce McGowan are both free agents. I'm not too worried about McGowan's, and then Jabari Walker, maybe we'll see. On free agency, we don't have money to work with because there's still a lot of guys in this roster making quite a bit of money. But now it's time to make decisions here because Scoot is our backup, or not our backup, our starting point guard, and hopefully he continues to develop, of course. So Anthony and Shaedon Sharpe is the interesting one. So we could continue to have Shaedon Sharpe come off the bench and trade Simons, which I usually do. But for some reason right now, I'm kind of feeling keeping both. I'm kind of feeling the idea of keeping all 3 of them still and just rocking with it and kind of seeing what happens. And then we got a lot going on at the small forward spot. We obviously just drafted Cooper Flagg, which he will start immediately. Thibault, I don't really care about. I do want to get Kamara, continue to get him minutes, but we'll see how much he develops. And yeah, we're not gonna need power forward, and of course we have our backup 5. So I really don't think we're gonna be doing anything else this offseason. We pretty much have a rotation. We already got rid of Grant like I wanted to. We got rid of Robert Williams like I wanted to. So I think we're chilling with what we got going on right now. Rui is a piece we can sell at the deadline. We can still sell Simons as well. But for right now, as far as the deadline is concerned, or as far as free agency is concerned, I'm not worried about bringing any of these guys back. I'm probably going to let Jabari Walker go as well because I do want to give minutes to Rui and Tamani Kamara. So that's what we're going to do. So Jabari Walker, thank you for your services. But we're going to go straight to player progression. And we're only going to add 1 player through the draft, and that's Cooper Flagg, which isn't a bad thing. Would have been nice to do more, but I'm chilling with this. So we got Shaedon Sharpe up to an 85 already. We got Scoot up to an 83. We got Anthony up to an 82. We got Diamond Clingan up to a 79 overall. I've noticed in 2K the development's been pretty crazy. So kind of cool. Not complaining at all. Scoot and Sharpe developing is awesome. Simons is probably never going to develop enough, which really sucks. So maybe there definitely is a point that we should move him, especially if Shaedon Sharpe's already a better overall than him. Maybe we still do it right now. I was going to keep him as I dropped my controller and the analog stick got stuck. But I was going to keep him. But it does make me think twice because I don't think Anthony Simons should be coming off the bench. But Shaedon Sharpe at this point is up to an 85. So, I mean, what can I really do? I don't know. We'll see what the offers are. I'm not like going to get rid of him for nothing. But I'll see what pops up. So, if we're going to get like a couple first offered to us, we might have to do it. But right now, I'm not really seeing anything that I like in particular. So we'll probably just chill with him for now. We can get Isaiah Hartenstein. But yeah, we'll rock with it for now. If Simon comes off the bench, he comes off the bench, man. Like if Sharpe's an 85 and clearly the better player according to 2K, I guess we'll just rock with it. I don't know if we'll be a playoff team this next season, but things are clearly trending up already, which is nice. But yeah, I don't know if we're ready to be a playoff team. We already know 2K is about to take forever, so I'll see you guys at the rotation. So here is the rotation we're rocking with going into season number 2. So it is Scoot Henderson and Shaedon Sharpe as your starters. Again, I feel bad for benching Simons. I don't think at this point in his career he should be a bench player. But at this point, Sharpe is the better player overall-wise. Cooper Flagg obviously going to get that starting spot at the small forward. Denny Avdi at the power forward. DeAndre Ayton is still here as well. Anthony Simons, Donovan Clingan, Rui Hachimura, and Tamani Kamara rounds up your rotation. To me, this looks like a solid team. I actually would not be too shocked if we ended up making the playoffs. Shot tendencies are as followed right now. So you have Scoots up to an 84. Cooper Flagg's other drafts is an 80. Shaedon Sharpe's is not where I want it to be just yet, but I don't want to give too many scoring. Like, you know, I don't want to put too many scores at the forefront at this point. So I'll leave Sharpe shot tendency there for now, but I definitely want to change it eventually. There is a moment that I might stop at the trade deadline to trade Simons or Rui potentially, but I guess it all just kind of depends on how the roster is doing. I'll let you know if I decide to do that. So we are in fact stopped at the trade deadline as I'm trying to move Anthony Simons. I just feel like he'd be best going somewhere else. Clearly we got our scoring load with Scoot, Sharpe, and Flagg now. So we can send Anthony Simons to Orlando, who I think would be obviously amazing for them. So Anthony for KCP's contract, Dwight Powell, and just a first-round pick. I don't know if they'll do this, but let's see what they say. They say no to that to start things off. What if it's a later first that's not as valuable, so like 2030? And they do agree. So that was actually simple. So we get a first-round pick. We get KCP's contract. So basically, we got 1 first for Anthony Simons. Would love to get more, of course, in real life, but we'll see if that ends up being the case or not. But just simply getting him out of here and giving him to a new opportunity, I think was best for both parties, as much as I love Anthony Simons. I'm still looking at the idea of trading Rui as well, who's an expiring contract. So let's go take a look at what maybe he is looking at around the league as well, just to see, because he's expiring. I don't really know if I want to keep him around. So the Clippers are offering me a first-round pick for him. We get Terrence Mann. And the Miami Heat. Yeah, let's do it. So the Miami Heat are gonna give me an expiring Duncan Robinson. We get a 2030 pick, so we're gonna just stack up value in 2030. I already believe we have like the Bucks 2030 and maybe Boston's as well, or something around that time. So yeah, we'll absolutely take that. So we're stacking up on picks, which is nice. So I love that. And now we got a rotation for the rest of the season. So it's Scoot, Sharp, Flag, Denny Avdia, Aiden, Klingon, Chris Murray, KCP, Tamani Kamara. So very happy with that. I think we'll continue to see Sharp and Scoot Henderson develop now. Though no pressure for Anthony Simons to be the other scorer. Cooper Flag will continue to develop as well. So yeah, I think that was the best decision for everything or everyone involved. So let's continue to summate the rest of the season. Where I don't think we'll be a playoff team this year, which is fine because we'll find ourselves in the lottery. We get to add another young piece to this team that's already looking like it's trending in the right direction. So Cooper Flag does win Rookie of the Year, averaging 18 points per game, which is great. Of course, he's only going to continue to get better from here, which is also amazing. So Cooper Flag, all rookie first team. Ace Bailey for the Pistons also makes it. So definitely curious to see how he did. 16 points on the season. So very similar stats for both parties. But we are now the play into the playoffs once again. So we're just going to sue the playoffs and we'll find ourselves in the lottery once again. I know 2K is going to reflect that Chicago has our pick in this upcoming lottery. But as we all know, or if you don't know, the Blazers pick is protected, live protected until like 2029 or something crazy like that. So the Blazers are chilling for a while when it comes to their first round pick if they want to continue to be in the lotteries from the Larry Nance trade. So I don't know where we're going to be projected in the lottery, but it looks like we're projected. Oh, we got the Lakers pick from the Jeremy Grant trade here as well. So that's going to be cool. And we also have the 7th best odds. So we have a good chance of going number 1 in this draft as well. So let's see what ends up happening here. And we get number 1 from the Jeremy Grant trade. And we get 7 as well once we get that pick back from the Bulls. We got 1 and 7 in this draft. Just amazing stuff. And we clearly know who we're about to take. We're going to take AJ. I don't think I ever usually get to take him. So I'm very happy with adding him to this team. We need a power forward anyway. We could take Boozer, but I will absolutely take AJ. I don't know how to say his last name exactly, so I'll just continue to call him AJ. But yeah, he's going to be the new pick. We get to add him with Cooper Flag, Scoot, Sharp. Yeah, this team is about to be a ton of fun. If real life ended up this way as well, your boy would be on cloud 9. But we got to go ahead and get our pick back from the Bulls really quickly, so allow me to go do that fairly quickly. So let's jump straight into this draft. And of course, we already know we're taking a number 1. So back-to-back getting the consensus number. I guess AJ, I don't know if AJ is going to be the consensus number 1 overall guy, but Cooper Flag, of course, is kind of that right now at this moment. So we get the Auburn forward, AJ. Love that. And then we'll see when we get at number 7. So number 7 could be a very good player as well. Malik Thomas. And then you're going to have Darius. So now who do we have at number 7? So we have Koa. We got Nate. We got Jaden. We got Chris. I know a little bit about... Actually, I don't really know a lot about the guys left available. So I'm just going to take Koa here. So we'll take, double down on power forwards. And we'll get AJ and we'll get Mr. Koa in this draft. So love that. Koa P and AJ, welcome to Portland, my friends. And then options. So KCP, of course, is going to accept that player option. He probably won't play a massive role this season. Chris Murray is up to a 77. Scoot is already up and Klingon is up. And now Shaden Sharp is a free agent. And I forgot to show you guys the player stats, I believe. Sometimes I just blank on doing that. So Scoot averaged 22 and 6, so love that, or 21 I should say. 20 from Shaden Sharp, so before his shot tendency was even boosted, he's already doing a lot better. And then he updated with 13 on the season. And then Aiden is going to be a free agent as well. I do want to bring him back. I think him and Klingon are going to be kind of like a nice center rotation. And I think I've seen Klingon like develop really nicely in 2K as well. So if we can get Shaden Sharp and Aiden back in free agency, that is the game plan. So yeah, so Shaden Sharp, of course, will resign, and then Aiden for third. I don't think you should sign Aiden for as much as he's asking for at this moment. Like, he's just not worth that. But if we can get him for cheaper, I would absolutely sign up for that. But yeah, 37 million for Aiden is still way too steep in my opinion. Probably should have never gotten that to begin with, but of course, you know, he still kind of had that number one overall price tag on him. So I'm going to take this to the last day of free agency, hoping I don't accidentally renounce him. And then we also are going to try to get him for as cheap as possible, because I cannot get behind offering him the same amount of money he's been making. Just don't think he's worth that, man. Like, center, I mean, I guess Hardenstein just got a bag, of course, but I don't know. I just feel like Aiden is not really worth that. So what can we offer him right now? We can give him, like, I think 25 feels fine. Like, if we can get him to 25, I would do that in a heartbeat. But 38, 33 just isn't something I'm comfortable with. So once again, we're just going to keep going to the last day. He still has no offer, so no one wants to give up the money he's asking for. So we got him on the last day of free agency. I'll give him a 5-year, or probably a 3-year deal. That feels a little bit more fair. And then 25, it still feels a little steep, but I'm fine with it. You know, 3 years, $75 million contract. He accepts that, and we'll be happy with that. All right. So progression, of course, is very important for how young of a roster we are. And just like that, you have an 88 Shaden Sharp, an 87 Scoot, and an 86 Cooper Flag. We have Aiden 84, Donnie cleaning up to an 82. And I can't even imagine what AJ might be next season after we get him wrapped up for a full season. So I'm ecstatic about what this is about to look like going into year 3. I do believe we could be a straight-up playoff team this year. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility with the big 3 we got going on right now. And then AJ added to that. And now we have Kling and Aiden as a certain. Things are looking good, man. That's all I got to say. So I probably won't, I'm going to have to cut again, because for whatever reason, bro, this takes forever. I don't know what happened to 2K. I don't know why it's like this, but it takes way too long. So I'll see you. Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't need to cut. It actually went pretty quickly this time. Usually has not done that. But all right. Scoot, Shaden Sharp, Cooper Flag, Denny Avdia, and Aiden. Love the rotation. AJ off the bench. I mean, yeah, I guess for now as the rookie, we can put him as a 6th man. Klingon 82, Koa, and then Chris Murray. Yeah, that feels good. That does leave Kamara the rotation, which I love Kamara's game, but at this point, I'm fine with it. And then I do want to look at shot tendencies fairly quickly as well. So Sharp shot tendency, I think, deserves to be higher. So we're going to push this up quite a bit. Cooper Flags can be up to a 90. And then Scoot, I think, could be like the pass first guy, but score as well still. So Sharp, Cooper Flag, I want to be like the scorers, and then Scoot score as well, but also pass the rock. So let's go ahead and submit to the end of year number 3. We are a 4-star proficiency already. I fully expect to be a playoff team this year. Hopefully, I'm not disappointed. So at the end of year number 3, Luka is your MVP. You got AJ winning Rookie of the Year. Love that. And we do not end up as a playoff team, unfortunately. But we do end up as a play-in team. So I'll take that. We're at the top of the plan. We almost just barely missed out. AJ also makes our Rookie First Team, which is obviously expected. Loki, I thought that was all defensive team for a second, which is why my voice got a little bit higher. But no, it's just all Rookie First Team. So we are in the plan, as I said, and we get the Oklahoma City Thunder, interestingly enough. But here were your player stats. So Shaden Sharp leading the way with 26, 21 from Scoop. Yeah, 17.5 from Flag, 15 from AJ, and then 13 from Denny Avdia. I absolutely love this team, man. This team looks great. And now we get the Thunder. So Oklahoma City at this point, they got Shea, they got Ian Jackson, they got Lou Dort, Donnie Freeman, Clint Capella, Casey Wallace. They no longer have Chet Holmgren anymore, so that's interesting. He went somewhere else, whoever that may be. But all right. Let's see if we can beat the Thunder to be in the playoffs, which with no Chet, I think that makes them a little bit easier, but it is still Shea and the Thunder, so you never really know. And we are going to beat them pretty easily here. We blow them out 36-34. So a combined 70 points from Scoot and Sharp. Love that. And we are going to be playing the MVP, Luka, and the Dallas Mavericks in round 1. So Luka, Sav Kyrie, you got Stanley Amude starting at small forward. And then you got Robert Williams now. You got Davion Mitchell, you got Nigel Marshall, and Peyton Sanford. So you got a starting small forward that is a 71 overall, and Prosper starting at the power forward. So, I mean, I'm not saying we're going to, but it wouldn't shock me if we upset this team for some reason. Somebody come around against the Mavericks, and we are going to beat them in 5. Yeah, I just wasn't that intimidated, man. Like, you have Luke and Kyrie, of course, but you got a starting small forward that's a 71 overall. Like, what did you expect? But now we get the Golden State Warriors, who have a starting point guard, and they got Chet. So Chet went to Golden State. So no longer do they have Stephen Curry. Dude, we low-key might be able to make it to the conference finals in year number 3, with AJ being a rookie, Cooper Flag only 2nd season. I don't know if we will, but the Warriors look beatable to me. We'll see if that ends up being the case. Somebody come around against them, and we're up 3-1. And we might blow the lead, unfortunately. It's looking like that might be the case. We are going to simcast Game 6 to Try to prevent that, though, because sometimes the 2K sim logic be crazy. I don't want to blow a 3-1 lead, if I'm honest with you. The Warriors have already done that, and we will beat them. And we are on to the conference finals. We got Minnesota or Utah. It's probably going to be Minnesota if I had to guess. It is Minnesota. We got Toronto and Cleveland on the other side. So Minnesota's got Rob Dillingham, Edwards, McDaniels, Randall, Naz Reid. Of course, this team already won a championship in this video. Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle. Like, this is a good team. Gobert's regressed a little bit at this point. We got Leonard Miller, who's developed into 78 overall bench player. And Dillingham's still only an 80 for them. I think they're beatable, but it's going to be tough. So game 1 goes to them. They win by 7. Game 2, up 2-0. So maybe we're not ready for the moment just yet. We do win game 3, though. And we're back at home for this game 4. We're obviously home at game 3 as well. But can we win this game 4 to tie this series is the question. We're blowing them out right now. So we might. It's 125-92. So let's see if we can come out here and win this game 5 as well to get an advantage in the series, even if we don't win this, guys. The development, the progress we've shown already is promising, right? Like, we've made it to the conference finals and we're pushing Minnesota to the limit right now. If we force a game 7, that would be amazing. I would love to see a sweaty game 7 here. And it's going to be close. We got a very close game 6. They are going to edge us out, though. So like I said, though, the fact that we got this far is already a great sign. I'm not too discouraged. J-Dub went to Toronto. Interesting. Oh, I forgot to say that. The Thunder lost J-Dub. I knew there was somebody else they were missing, but for some reason I thought it was like, I was thinking of Josh Giddey, which obviously we kind of knew that, but yeah, they lost J-Dub as well. Interesting. So Toronto and Minnesota, it is going to be the Raptors, who I won a championship with in yesterday's video, which was fun. But now I'm trying to do that with the Blazers here. So I don't know if we have another draft pick for somebody else. We might. I don't know. We could be in the lottery again. Our pick is going to go elsewhere this time. It's going to go to Chicago this year. That's finally going to convey. The Nets have back-to-back. They got Nets via Philly, Nets via Phoenix, and Nets via New York. I don't think they're supposed to have that Phoenix pick still. I think obviously that's supposed to go to the Rockets, but I don't even care to fix it anymore. I don't know why 2K hasn't fixed that. Charles Lee, I mean, we just made it to the conference finals with them. So I think at this point, continuity is what's going to further push us. I mean, the team should develop just insane. Like, the development growth we see this offseason should be wild, if I had to guess. So Flag and Klingon, we'll accept them. I know Scoot's a free agent, and so is Chris Murray. Chris Murray, I'm not like that. You know, I'll bring Chris Murray back, but so KCP is free agent. We're obviously not bringing him back, but we will resign Scoot. We'll resign Kamara, and we'll resign Chris Murray. So let's just bring them all back, keep the continuity, keep the roster the same, other than KCP. We didn't really have him playing anyway. So that is what we'll do. We're not going to sign anybody else because I think we have a full house anyway. I guess we don't really have a backup front or a backup guard, so let's sign one of those. Bruce Brown, we have the money to sign somebody really good. Dalen Terry or Keldon Johnson or Cameron Reddish. I mean, Bruce Brown to me looks like the best player to go get. I don't really want to commit to him, though, because I know we're about to spend a lot of money soon. So give him a 2-year deal. I can move him to shooting guard, and I think he'd go up, so we'll do that. So move Bruce Brown to shooting guard, and we'll see how much this roster is about to develop. I assume AJ is about to go through the roof. Cooper Flag might even develop more. Scoot Sharp may not be done. Klingon, like, it should be pretty wild what we see, if I had to guess. And yeah, 90 for Cooper Flag, 90 from Sharp, 89, 88, 85, 84, 82. I forgot about Koa Pete as well. Yeah, I mean, this is nasty. I would be pretty disappointed if we're not in the finals next year. That's all I'll say. So let's get straight to year 4, and let's buckle down, and let's try to see if we can go make a championship run next season. So a very, very good season in the regular season, but it only was good enough for the 3rd seed. So I don't know who was better than us, but clearly there's some better teams than us right now. So 20-8 from Cooper Flag to make All-NBA 3rd team. We don't really have anybody else representing, unfortunately. But yeah, the Minnesota Timberwolves were better than us, and so were the Dallas Mavericks. So the Mavericks got Michael Porter Jr., so that helps out their cause quite a bit. When we played them last year, they looked absolutely awful at the small forward spot, but Michael Porter definitely helps. We get the Golden State Warriors in round 1, who we did beat last year. Now they gave us a little bit of trouble, but we did end up winning the series, of course. So now we'll find out how we do against the Warriors again here, with another year removed from what we saw last year. So I mean, this starting 5 is disgusting, man. 90, 90, 90, 89. 85, 84. I mean, this is a damn good rotation, bro. Let's hope it pays off. So we get the Golden State Warriors, who have Mike Williams, Podziemski, Wiggins, Kamara. Chet is still there. Belil, that's a nice signing for them there. So somebody come around against Golden State to get to the second round, and we are going to beat them in 6. So they gave us a little bit of problems. So the Timberwolves got eliminated. So the team that beat us last year is out. But now we get to play the Mavericks, who we did beat last year. But like I said, it does look a little bit better. You know, obviously adding Michael Porter next to Luka sounds kind of scary. Michael Porter could be a knockdown shooter, shooting 44% from the 3 ball in the playoffs. It is still Luka. We lose game 1 by 2. We even it up, though. So we take 1 in Dallas, and they take 1 in Portland, and we even it up. So there's a massive game 5 coming up to obviously take an advantage in this series. We win this one in Dallas. We go back to Portland. The 3-2 lead. Can we do it is the question. Going to be a close one here, but we will win game 5. Jaden Sharp with a massive game there. And if we can close them out in 6, we find ourselves in the conference finals. Can we do it is the question to avoid the game 7 against Luka at home. And we are going to avoid that. And we go to the conference finals. We get either San Antonio or Denver. It is still Wemby we'll have to deal with. So we're not out of the woods. Oh, no, it's Denver. So it's Jokic, right? Like Jokic is still, you know, scary in his own right. So Jamal Murray, Karem Lopez, Hunter, Gordon, Jokic, Ron Holmes. For some reason, I feel like playing San Antonio would have been a little bit more scary than playing. Yeah, their team looks miles better than Denver. So pretty glad that Denver came away from that series because, like, yeah, it's still Jokic. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like we have a better chance. So we'll see how it goes, I guess. Portland, Denver. Of course, these teams have met up in the playoffs before. So game 1 goes to them, man. Okay. They take 1 in Portland, but we don't allow them to take both. Can we win Denver? Yes. Can we win the other one in Denver? Yes. And can we beat them in 5? No. Game 6, this one's going back to Denver. All right, here we go. This is to avoid a game 7 in Portland. I don't really want a game 7 against Jokic. I'm not going to lie. That sounds kind of terrifying. And we are going to a game 7 against Jokic, like I didn't want. Okay, so then you have Diaz going to start, I guess, this game 7. Fingers crossed, game 7 in Portland to take out Jokic and the Nuggets to get to the finals. We have the lead right now. Doesn't really mean anything in particular, but we do have a little nice lead, and we are going to blow them out. Okay, beautiful. No sweat. We're in the finals. We get the Raptors, who, like I said, I won a championship with them yesterday. So, Toronto, you could do me a favor and just get out of the way here. That would be preferred. They do have J-Dub coming off the bench, of course. They got Drake Powell, who's developed really nicely there as well. RJ, Gerald Harrelson. So, a good team in Toronto here. Game 1 goes to us, though. Blow them out badly. Game 2, 2-0. It may not be a contest. We sweep them, and we bring the Blazers a championship, my favorite team. Just beautiful stuff. Well executed. The draft went our way in this one, which really helped out, of course. Getting Cooper Flag and AJ in back-to-back drafts was pretty mind-blowing. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to end it on that note, a very high note, because I will end with that and be very happy with that. So, some close series, but thankfully, we get out of the woods, and we sweep the Toronto Raptors in the finals with no sweat. But hey, I'm going to end it there. I'll see you on the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.